Jai Hind, dear students. Today we are moving to the 10th chapter in business studies. We are going to learn about the different concepts in financial market. You know very well the concepts related to stock exchange in our area. It plays a prominent role in the development of a country, also contributes a lot for the upliftment of industrial and business sector in Indian economy. So what is financial market? We have to learn the different subcomponents of financial market in detail. So first of all, we have to learn the meaning of the concept financial market. Just break the sentence, that words, financial markets. A market for funds. A market for funds. You know very well, finance is the lifeblood of an organization, which is very essential for the running of the business organization. So, financial market are institutions that arranges savings of different people, the common people, and it will channelize in fruitful avenues, which will give a good return for the contributor or investor. So please go through the explanation. Financial markets are the institution which arranges the savings generated in the economy and channelizes into avenues of investment by industry, business, and the government. It is a market for the creation and exchange of financial assets. You know very well financial instruments that you have learned in the 11th class business studies and in the chapter source of business finance, the various ways through which you can raise a business can raise funds for the running of an organization. So here also we are going to learn about the various ways, the various market through which we can channelize the savings and use the financial instruments, maybe for raising the funds needed for the organization. So this is regarding financial market. Let us check what are the different functions of these financial market that will give more ideas regarding financial market. The first one is related to the financial market helps for the mobilization, the collection of savings of the people and channelizing them into most productive uses, most productive ways. The financial market helps to collect the different savings of the common man and to channelize and to track it into positive ventures through which we can use it very effectively. So it facilitates the transfer of savings from the servers to the investors. And also financial markets helps people to invest their savings in various financial instruments and earn income and capital appreciation. You know very well nowadays share market and the business related to mutual funds are growing a lot only due to the support of financial markets in India. And also it facilitates the mobilization of savings of people and their channelization into the most productive ventures. So financial markets helps by saving the by collecting the savings of common man and using investing in it most effective man. So that is the first function. And second function is related to facilitates price discovery. Every time there will be a conflict, there will be a conflict in charging the price or fixing the price of some financial instrument. It will be solved by financial market. So facilitates price discovery. Price of anything depends upon the demand and the supply factors. So in financial market also, it helps for fixing the price for the financial assets or financial instruments. So depending upon the demand and supply of financial asset and securities or financial instruments, financial market helps in deciding the price of various financial securities. That is the another function of financial market. And the next one is it provides liquidity to financial assets. Liquidity you know very well, which the assets which are easily convertible into cash within a limited period. So financial market provides that facility also. It provides the liquidity easily convertible into cash, financial instruments by providing a ready market. Financial markets provide a ready place or ready market for exchanging or transferring or selling the product, means the financial asset, and converting them into cash quickly. Whenever the investors want, they can invest their savings into long term investment, and whenever they want, they can also sell the investment in the market. So whenever we want to purchase or invest in some security, we can pay and collect it. And when we want to sell the financial assets, at that time also financial markets helps for selling our financial instruments. So the fourth function of financial market is it reduces the cost of transaction. There will be a lot of intermediaries who are creating a misconcept. Maybe assets, financial assets having low price will be sold at higher price and vice versa. So in order to avoid that type of middlemen, brokers, financial market solely regulates the whole activities, and that helps in the reduction of cost of transaction between when we are interested to sell the financial asset. It is an easy way to sell the asset with an online platform. So by providing valuable information to the buyers and sellers of financial assets, it helps to save the time, energy, effort, money of the investors. So that is the best function which provides security for the investors. Also, investors can buy or sell securities through the brokers who charges a nominal commission. All the details are available in the financial market. This way, financial market facilitates the buying and selling of financial assets at very low cost. So that are the different functions of financial market. Please keep in your mind. And very important topic from this chapter, the different types of financial market. It is very clear from this diagram. This flowchart very clearly indicates the classification of financial market. The common classification of financial market is money market and capital market. And money market is a place for short-term securities, buying and selling of short-term security. Capital market is a place for buying and selling of long-term security. Capital market again divides into primary market and secondary market. Primary market is a place for selling the financial assets for the first time. After that, once if it is sold through primary market, then we can sell the same asset, financial asset, through secondary market. So secondary market is a place for buying and selling of financial assets which are sold in the primary market. Secondary market again classified into stock market, a very familiar term for you, and over the counter exchange of India. So these are the classification. Please draw the mind map in your mind, the classification of financial market. So first of all, we have to learn about money market. As I told, money market is a place for short-term financial instruments where the financial assets are bought and sold within 1 year. Market for financial securities with a maturity period of less than 1 year. And market for low risk, unsecured and short-term debt instruments. So money market is the place where we can buy or sell the financial assets which are of having low risk and unsecured securities, short-term debt instruments. These type of instruments we can convert into cash with the support of money market. And there is no physical location for money market, and it's conducted over the telephone or internet. And every time money market helps to raise short-term finance, and capital market helps for raising long-term finance. So also money market helps for the temporary deployment of funds in the financial market. So please remember, money market is a place for buying and selling of short-term financial securities which have maturity period of 1 year. The common instruments sold through money market include treasury bills. So majority of the instruments sold through the money market have only maturity period within 1 year. Like the same, the treasury bills are issued by the RBI, Reserve Bank of India, on behalf of the central government. And this instrument helps to meet the short-term requirements of funds. And these are issued by RBI at a price which is lower than the face value and repaid at par. We can repay at the same face value. So these type of instruments, if we are collecting the instrument from RBI, we can use that instrument whenever there is a short-term financial requirement by transferring it to another party. They are available for a value having maximum amount 25,000 and in multiples thereof. They are also known as zero coupon bonds. So another name for treasury bill is zero coupon bonds. So there are negotiable instruments. That means what is negotiable? We can freely transfer from one person to another. No need of any legal formalities, means changing ownership of that instrument. It is freely transferable from one person to another. So remember, that type of instrument is treasury bills, and which have you can convert that into cash within 1 year. And the next one is commercial paper. It is also a short-term unsecured promissory note. You know very well what is promissory note, and it is an unsecured without the promissory note without any securities and issued by large credit-worthy companies. Those companies who want to raise short-term finance, they can issue commercial paper, and it is not secured by or it is not guaranteed by any asset of the company. Please remember that. It is issued by the large credit-worthy companies to raise short-term funds at lower rates from the public. So they are giving a small rate of interest to the owner of the commercial paper who is giving money to the company. These type of documents or papers are negotiable instruments. So commercial paper also freely transferable from one person to another. They are negotiable instruments transferable by endorsement. You know very well the term endorsement that you have learned in the chapter Bill of Exchange. I can give the commercial paper to a third party also. And the fixed maturity period of the commercial paper will vary from 15 days to 1 year. So within that particular period, we have to convert that into cash. And it is a best short-term financial instrument for the companies, those who have good credit worthiness. Remember that. And the next one is call money. It is also a short-term financial instrument which is used for raising short-term finance, and it is repayable on demand with a maturity period of 1 day to 15 days. So these instruments are issued only for raising finance, and the maturity period maximum will be 15 days. Within that, we have to convert. And call money is a method by which the banks borrow from another bank. That means each other to be able to maintain the cash reserve ratio as per the RBI. So every time the bank have to maintain certain amount of money in their bank, at that time to maintain that reserve, it is a mutual help given by one bank to another. The interest paid on call money loans is known as the call rate. So this is also a financial assistance. Mainly it is done by banking type of business organization. Certificate of deposit. Remember, I think you are remembering the Global Depository Receipt and American Depository Receipt. Like the same, a certificate of deposit is another short-term financial instrument. It is an unsecured instrument issued in bearer form by a commercial bank and financial institution. So it is also an unsecured financial instrument. They can be issued to individuals, corporations, and companies for raising their money for a shorter period, maybe from 91 days to 1 year. So we can issue this instrument, and the company, mainly the commercial banks or financial institutions, are issuing the certificate of deposit when we are depositing certain money in the bank, in our bank also. The bank will give a certificate that is also used for converting it into cash only at the time of necessity, that are usable for maximum 1 year, minimum 91 days. And the next financial instrument that can be issued through money market is commercial bill. As the name indicates, it is a bill of exchange. Are you remembering the concept of bill of exchange in accountancy, class 11 accountancy? Like the same, it is a bill of exchange used to finance the working capital requirements of a business. You know very well, working capital requirements means the bill is used to meet the day-to-day expenses of the organization. A seller of the goods draws the bill. A seller of the goods draws the bill on the buyer's name and also collects the sign of the buyer when goods are sold on credit. That type of instruments are known as commercial bills. When the bill is accepted by the buyer means signed by the buyer, it becomes marketable instrument and is called a trade bill also. Commercial bill also known as trade bill. These bills can be discounted through your bank. Whenever you are having any financial necessity, at that time you can convert that document, that commercial bill, into cash with the support of your bank. So these are the important financial instruments issued through money market. Remember, all the financial instruments issued through the money market having only short-term nature, used for raising short-term financial needs. And remember the 5 categories of financial instruments issued through the money market. Dear students, we are moving to the next segment of financial market, that is capital market. You know very well, money market is a place for short-term financial instruments, financial assets, but the capital market is a place for raising long-term financial needs. So remember the meaning that shows capital market helps in channelize surplus funds from the savers to the institution, which then invest them into productive uses, maybe for a long-term securities. Generally, this market trades only in long-term securities. You know very well, shares, debentures, like so. So, capital market consists of 2 different sections: primary market and secondary market. Primary market and secondary market. And primary market, you know very well, it is a place for buying and selling of financial instruments or assets for the first time. And secondary, that is why it is also known as new issue market, new issue of stocks. Primary market deals with the trade of new issues of stocks and other securities, whereas the secondary market is dealing with the exchange of already existing securities in the primary market, means previously issued securities in the primary market. Remember that secondary market is again classified into 2: stock market or stock exchanges and over-the-counter exchanges. Please remember. So remember, capital market is a place for long-term funds. And we have to wind up this class, this video lesson, by listing out what are the different points that indicates the importance of financial capital market. Capital market. So that importance of capital market, first point, capital market is an important component of financial market. You know very well, most of the business people from maybe the small scale or medium scale or large scale business, they are who have need of long term funds. They are depending only on capital market. So that is why we can say it's an important element in financial market, which gives financial assistance for a long term period. And it is divided into two categories, two segments, we can say, primary market and secondary market. We will learn in detail what is primary market, what are its features, what is the benefits, etc. And it is of two forms. Organized markets are there, organized capital market is there, and unorganized capital market is also there. And it is well known for the buying and selling of the exchange of long-term securities. Capital market is a place for the exchange of long-term securities. And capital market tries to satisfy the long-term requirement of funds of the needy people. It tries to help the people having needs of finance for a long term, and it performs trade-off functions, helping in the capital formation. It helps in the capital formation, raising capital from the securities market. And it also creates liquidity. Whenever we want long-term finance, we can come into a contact with the capital market. Also, we can raise the finance. So it provides liquidity. Also, whenever we want to sell our financial instruments, financial assets, at that time also, that having long-term nature, we can convert it into cash through capital market. Remember, these are the important points that indicate the importance of capital market in financial market. So in the next video, we will learn more about the concepts regarding capital market. What are the two classification of capital market in detail, and more about the important area regarding the board exam. So please remember a very important chapter for the board exam also. Go through the concepts already explained. Learn more about concept of financial market by reading the textbook. Also by searching through the Google, you will get more details regarding colorful stories and case studies regarding financial market. So thank you for your patient listening, and thank you for your valuable time. Thank you so much.